At a city railway station, there lived a beggar. He survived by asking for alms from passengers traveling by train. Day and night he sat there, hoping someone would help him. One day, as he was begging, he noticed a tall man in a suit. He thought, "This man looks rich. If I ask him, he will surely give me good money." He went to the tall man and asked for alms. The man looked at him and said, "You always ask from others. Have you ever given anything to anyone in return?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I am a beggar. I always take from people. How could I possibly give anything to anyone? I don't have anything to offer others." The tall man said, "If you cannot give anything, you have no right to ask either. I'm a businessman. Only if you offer something, I'll give you something." Saying this, the tall man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking deeply. Those words hit his heart. He wondered, maybe I don't get much because I give nothing. I've always taken from others but never given anything. How long will I keep begging without giving? But I'm a beggar. What could I possibly offer to anyone? 2 days passed. He kept thinking but couldn't find an answer. On the third day, he noticed some beautiful flowers blooming on the plants near the railway station's boundary fence. A new idea struck him. He thought, why don't I give people flowers in return for alms? He picked a few flowers and went towards the train, feeling hopeful and excited. He began his new method. Whenever someone gave him alms, he smiled and offered a flower in return. People liked it, and they happily accepted the flower as a gesture of kindness. From that day onward he picked flowers every morning. In return for alms he gave flowers. Soon he noticed more people were giving him money, even those who usually ignored him. He collected all flowers from nearby plants. As long as he had flowers, people gave him alms. But when the flowers ran out, the money stopped too. He learned something valuable every day. One day, he again saw that same tall man on the train. He rushed to him and said, "Today I have something for you. Give me alms, and I'll give you flowers." The tall man smiled, gave him some money, and accepted the flowers. He said, "Wow, you've become a businessman like me." The beggar smiled proudly, his heart filled with gratitude. Again the man's words touched him deeply. He felt joy inside. He had found the key to success. He stepped off the train and shouted, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman." People around thought he had gone mad. The next day onward, he was never seen again at that station. 6 months later, 2 men in suits boarded a train at that station. One man greeted the other and said, "Do you recognize me?" The second man replied, "No, we are meeting for the first time." The first one smiled and said, "This is our third meeting." The man explained, "We met on this train twice before. I am that beggar to whom you gave life-changing advice. You helped me understand what I needed to do and who I was. I always thought of myself as a beggar. But after our second meeting, I realized I was a businessman. People weren't giving alms. They were paying for the flowers they happily accepted. I used that money to buy more flowers. Today I run a successful flower business. Your advice worked. My thinking changed and so did my life. Success was always within me." Moral of the story. This inspiring story teaches us that real success begins with a change in mindset. The beggar remained poor not because of his circumstances, but because he believed he had nothing to offer. The moment he started giving, even something as simple as a flower, his life began to transform. If we think of ourselves as small, we'll always stay small. But if we believe in our worth, if we decide to give, serve, and grow, the world will respond with opportunities. Change your thinking, and your life will change automatically. Never underestimate the power of giving, even when you have little. If you learned something valuable from this story, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like the video. Bell hit subscribe to my channel for more such motivational and life-changing stories. Loudspeaker and share this story with someone who needs a little inspiration today. Movie camera. Thank you for watching. Folded hands.